Angles in algebra. Now we're starting to see variables. Now we're starting to see a little more math that's going to go into this. So let's take a look at 17. It says, what is the value of x? Now it's not telling me the measures of the angles. Now it's telling me that this section here is equal to 2x. This section here is equal to x minus 9. But what type of angle do I notice that this is? It's a complementary angle, or it equals how many degrees? 90 degrees. 90 degrees. So that means if I do what operation with those two things would I get my 90? If I add them. So if I take my x minus 9, that x minus 9 is this skinny little angle here. If I take that and I add to it this bigger section, if I add to it that bigger section, oops, this 2x, it's going to give me my full 90-degree angle. So now we're going to have to tap into some math that we did back in the second quarter where we're solving angles, or the third quarter when we're solving equations. So first, I have 90 is equal to x minus 9 plus 2x. So first, is there any distributive property or combining like terms we could do? What like terms can we combine? I have a positive 2x and an x. What do those combine to give me? 3x. So now I have 90 is equal to 3x minus 9. So now that we've combined our like terms, we can go through and work backwards. So not GEMDAS, we have SAD-MEG. SAD-MEG. So we got to go through our order of operations. Protect your coefficient in your variable. Save that part for last. How do we get rid of a minus 9? Add 9 to both sides. Got to do those inverse operations. I didn't even draw the river of love. Goodness me. 90 plus 9 gives me 99. A minus x and a plus, or minus 9 and a plus 9 are opposite inverse operations, so they cancel out. I bring down my 3x. So now I have 99 is equal to 3x. Side by side means multiply. So the inverse of to multiply is to divide both sides by 3. Divide both sides by 3. So let me grab my handy dandy calculator. No shame in the calculator game. I need to do 99 divided by 3, and I get that x is equal to 33. This does not mean that this pink angle is 33 degrees. It does not mean that this blue angle is 33 degrees. What it means is that x equals 33. X equals 33. So if I wanted to figure out what that pink angle is, I would substitute 33 in for x. I would have to do 33 minus 9, and it would tell me there. 33 minus 9 would give me that this angle is 24 degrees. Same thing for this angle. It tells me that this angle is equal to 2 times whatever x is. So I have 2 times my x, which is equal to 33. So this angle would be 66 degrees. And if I add them up, it should be 90 degrees. 24 plus 66 gives me a 90-degree angle. It's very important that on these types of questions, we're reading carefully. This question says, what is the value of x? What is the value of x? So do they want my angles, or do they want that x is equal to 33? What's my answer here? The value of x means they want this. They want to know that x is equal to 33. They don't care about the angle measures. All they want to know for this problem is x. Let's take a look at another one. Here we've got a lot going on. Here we have vertical angles, angles that are opposite. We have supplementary angles that equal 180 degrees. We have a whole mess of 4 angles that's going to give me 360 degrees. So it's pretty important that we go through and we use this to label things in here. So first off, they tell me that the measure of angle 2, they don't have letters anymore. They're just telling me that they're talking about right here. This measure of angle 2 is 8x minus 11. 8x minus 11. And the measure of angle 4 is 5x plus 34. So looking at that relationship, what types of angles are those? Are those vertical? Are those complementary? Or are those supplementary? They are opposite from each other, so that means that they are vertical angles. So we know that they are equal. They are congruent. They are equal to each other. So mathematically, what that needs to look like is I set those expressions equal to each other. So I have 8x minus 11 on one side is equal to 5x plus 34. Because they're vertical angles, they are equal to each other. So I set each expression equal to the other one. So now I need to get my variables together. When we were solving this, we talked about moving one because it was a little bit easier. Do I like to move the bigger one, or do I like to move the smaller one? I like to move the smaller one. So that means to get this 5x over to the opposite side, I have to do the opposite of that 5x, which is a minus 5x on both sides. 8x minus 5x gives me 3x. And I bring down my minus 11. Over on this side, plus 5x minus 5x makes a 0 pair. They eliminate each other. And I bring down my 34. Now I need to go through and do my SAD MEG. Protect my coefficient, my variable, save that for last. I need to get rid of this minus 11. How do I get rid of minus 11? Add it to both sides. $34 plus 11 is a 45. Side by side means multiply, so the opposite is to divide. Divide both sides by 3. What do you get x to equal? x equals 15. So the value of x we saw by solving that equation was 15. There's two more parts to this. Now it says, what is the measure of angle 2? What did we have to do over here to figure out the angle measures? What did we do? We have to substitute in 15 for x on both of those expressions. So try that on your own. Use your calculator. Use your calculator to figure out what each of those angles is equal to on your own. Pause the video and I'll see you in a second. So I substitute in. I get 8 times my x is 15 minus 11 for my blue angle. So that means that this should be equal to 109 degrees. I did 8 times 15 minus 11, which gave me 109 degrees. So that's the measure of angle 2. The measure of angle 4, well, that should be the exact same thing, right? They're vertical angles. So let's check to see if that's true. Here we have 5x. So that means I have to do 5 times 15 plus 34. And sure enough, I get 109. Again, all we have to do is substitute in. I did 5 times 15, because x equals 15. I substituted it in, plus 34, and that gives me 109 degrees. They could also ask me what 3 is, because now I have these two angles, 2 and 3, or 3 and 4 that are supplementary, that would make 180 degrees. So you should also be able to figure that out as well. If you have questions with any of these notes, please let us know. Send us an email, pull us to the side. Otherwise, good luck with your practice and your formative.